A new 50-page court record is revealing why the FBI investigated Senator Richard Burr for insider trading.
Now, we want to stress here that Burr says the investigation was closed without charges last year, but the records from the case are just now being made public because of an open records lawsuit by the LA Times.
The big takeaway is that investigators said by selling off a bunch of stock before coronavirus caused the market to crash, Senator Burr avoided more than an estimated $87,000 in loss as a result of his well-timed stock sales and profited more than $164,000. Let's dig into what the FBI agent meant by well-timed. Let's go back in time to January 2020. That's when Burr and other senators began to get regular briefings on coronavirus cases in China. Then in mid-February, records show Burr sold up to $1.7 million worth of stock. By that time, the public knew about the coronavirus threat, but several days before the sale, Burr wrote an op-ed assuring Americans the U.S. was prepared. Days later, he gave a speech saying the virus could have major consequences. A law called the Stock Act prohibits members of Congress from using non-public information they obtain from their official positions for personal benefit. Back in 2012, Burr was one of 3 senators who voted against the bill. Now, throughout the investigation, the biggest questions were, what did Senator Burr know that the public did not know, and when did he know it? CBS 60 Minutes also looked into the case. They found that most of Burr's sales started in mid-February, but his first one was actually right here on the 31st of January. Exactly 1 week before that, on the 24th, there was a private briefing for senators on coronavirus. Attendance records weren't kept, but it was hosted by a committee that Burr was on. Here's what happened inside that closed-door meeting. An aide on the host committee tells CBS 60 Minutes that several doctors testified before the senators, including Dr. Anthony Fauci. There's no public record of what he said inside, but he spoke with reporters outside the meeting room right afterwards. At the time, Fauci told them about coronavirus. "I don't think this is something the United States public should be worried or frightened about, but they should know that we are taking this obviously very seriously as it evolves." But no matter what happened behind that door, Burr offered a window into how he decided to sell off the stocks, saying he relied solely on information available to the public when making his financial decision. Now again, Burr says the case against him is now closed, but the new court records are making national headlines, so we wanted to make sure that you had the context behind what you might see posted on Facebook.